Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here at CCSC. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to our Let's Play series on City Skylines. This is our brand new city we're building for 2021. This is New Washington, D.C., because why wouldn't we need a new Washington, D.C. right now? On this map is the Green Plains map, and it is based on the topography of Washington, D.C. So, let's go ahead and call it that. In this episode, we need to answer some demands, grow our city, and I have an idea for expansion that is going to blow your socks off. Well, maybe not. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is expand this industry area down here. Then we're going to hit play, and that'll answer that demand there. Now, we are a growing city. However, we need some amenities here. And first thing we're going to do is take care of our garbage problems. We have two options with the for the garbage. We have a landfill site, which takes up a lot of room, and after you build it, it must be emptied before you can move it. We also have a recycling center. The recycling center can be moved at any time. So we're going to pop one of these down back here, and that'll take care of all of our garbage demands for the city. For our healthcare, we now have a medical clinic, and what I think we're going to do with the medical clinic is put it as one of the first things that that you see whenever you come into town. Now, I'm going to delete both of these businesses over here, but I'm going to show you why. We are going to dezone these anyway. And, sorry, didn't do that quick enough. Someone started to move in. We're going to dezone all of those and move them across the street. And I will show you what I mean here, but right after we get some education. So very first thing, you want to get an educated workforce. You want to educate your population and make sure that your students are smart. It depends on what you want to do. If you're doing an industry city, then you don't want to do that necessarily. But, so there's two options for elementary school in the game. This one, the original elementary school that came with the original package, so if you're playing with no DLCs, then this is what you have, is $10,000. If you have the Green Cities DLC, it is $12,000 for this community school here. The big difference is, you can see the water is $160 and the electric is $320. This water is $240 and electric is $480. So over time, like any kind of green initiative, over time you're going to save money. They are more efficient. The student capacity is a little bit smaller. But because we are designing this game for everyone to play along, no matter what kind of DLCs they have, we're going to put down the original elementary school right here. We'll do the Green Cities one in the next episode. We'll put that there, and that'll take care of all of our student population. Now, very valuable lesson to learn in this game, and you will learn it over and over and over and never actually learn it. When you put down a new street, you need to connect it to the water grid. Always, you will build and then go, oh, they have water demands there. Oh, yeah, I didn't take care of the water. Now, for my revolutionary, insane idea, pretty mediocre, you'll see. It's just a kind of a big roundabout. Or half circle, if you will. But for Main Street is going to be a giant circle. This is what I'm thinking. I was looking at the map after we recorded the last episode and thought this would work. And I still think this will work. So we're going to do a giant half circle there. And then we'll go to our straight tool and we're going to match. We're going to match this street over here. And yeah, now what I'm thinking is if we go to the info views, we can go to our windsock down here. Now what I'm thinking is this is all of our, maybe we should have gone 5 on that half circle, but oh well. This is all of our usable wind area right here. Pretty much this whole map doesn't have much wind. So for right now, we're gonna start our city on wind. There's a bunch in the water, obviously. We'll have some over there. But for right now, we're going to start our wind farm here. And we'll go ahead and throw down another one of these. But I don't think we can get any more close to the road over here. We'll just run in a straight line with this one. Or these two, I should say. Put that there. So what I'm thinking is put a giant wind farm everywhere here, have all of the wind turbines here, and then all of our commercial buildings I'm going to move over to this side of the street. And we will run park connections. Here, actually, let's go ahead and save room for a park here. Oh, sorry. We will run park connections all throughout this area. And where there isn't all that, you know, noise pollution, all that, not necessarily all that much noise pollution, like this area with the white, we will have actual park amenities, and then the rest of it will just have park paths meandering through these wind towers. So that's what the vision that I have is. And coming off of the main loop here, we will go ahead and run our residential areas. So I'm going to... we can hit play again, correct? No, we tore up some power lines here. We need to fix these power lines, then we can hit... That did nothing. We need to fix these power lines, and then we can hit play again. There we go. So we can hit play, and we'll bump this up to 3 times speed. And first thing we need to do is take care of our electric demand. So we'll bump this up to 90, and we're probably about the point where we need to bump up the water too. So we'll go ahead and bump this up to 60 for now, and go back to building. We need to get some more commercial demand taken care of. It should be going down here soon, and a little bit more industry. So coming off of this, I think we'll go... So what I'm doing is looking at the nodes. So this is where the street is straight, and then we've got 1, 2, 3. And I'm thinking let's go down to this 4th one here, and we'll do 2 off of this. And we're on these nodes. This is where the street is straight. 1, 2, 3. And we will come off of this. And we are going to connect these with the curve tool. Once you link up to the 90-degree angle, you just search for your ghost line. And you want the circle. You want the middle... I don't know how I'm going to describe this, but the front end, it's a half circle, the very front. You want it to line up... this is very hard to describe. You want it in the middle of that head. You don't want it here, you want it here. And you don't want it here. You want it right there. I don't know if that makes sense to you at all. Anyway, moving forward. So we're going to connect all of these with a half circle as well. Look for your ghost line. There we go. That's a little bit better. You want it right there. You don't want it there. You want it right there. You want it in the middle of the circle area. Now, we've got a half circle coming off of that. And I will eventually connect those two over here. And what I'm thinking is this whole area on the coast is going to be some very nice residential hilly area. So we'll call it the hills. We don't have enough money. How much have we got? We'll get there soon. So we'll just leave this up, and you can see I'm going to have kind of a double-tiered circle. So we will have the... Well, we'll wait a second. We'll have the commercial here. We'll have parks and amenities, you know, healthcare, police, all in this area, all throughout the entire circle, and then all of our residential behind it. Now we can go ahead and build this road. And link these two up. And coming off of this area, like I said, I think I kind of want to do like a nicer hilly residential area. So I think we're going to come out about here. I think that'll give us enough room. Let's go a little bit shorter. We'll go about 11. Yeah. Let's go 10. Now, yeah, I think that's gonna work. Let's stick with the curve tool, and we'll wrap this around. Not enough money, but... So what I'm thinking is we're gonna wrap this around and connect it to the other end. And we're going to build houses all over these lots. Now, whenever expanding the residential area, you will see it doesn't look like you can build a house on that lot at all. But if you go to the fill tool and you click on it, it'll line it up. And the people who build on that will just level out the area. they will bring in their own fill and level it up to what their house lot needs. That's what I'm talking about. And then, whenever you are building on a hilly area like this, if you do this all the way around, then everyone levels up their area, and it just looks pretty natural. It looks pretty good. So you don't have to do any kind of fine-tuning with the landscaping tools. Now, make sure it's all linked up. Right now it is. However, won't be for long. And again, 460 gives you a perfect overlay. And we will come down to here, but we don't have enough money. There we go. Now we can move in some more people over here and answer some residential demands. As you can see, we have an enormous amount of residential demand. And these will be the nicer hill town area. We'll put the, prep school over here type area. We've got some demand for workers up here. Not enough workers is what this says. You can go to your magnifying tool. Not enough workers. So we need to answer this residential demand quickly. And we also need to bump up our water. That's not what I want. Bump up our water budget. We'll go to 70 for now. And that is electric. That's why they're not getting... What did we do? We broke off a... No? Yeah, they're just not getting enough electric. So we'll bump up our electricity budget as well. Put that up to 97, and soon we need to be adding some wind turbines over there. But for right now, we need to get residents. We need to get residents quickly and supply all of those new commercial and industrial businesses with employees. I think I'm going to remove that for now because I don't know if we're going to connect this up later. Yeah, we're starting to get there. A few people have moved in. A few more people have gotten jobs. We've got a little bit of money coming in. We are about to reach that next milestone of Worthy Village. And in the next milestone, that's when we can start adding police and things like that that bring in even more citizens to our fair town of New Washington, D.C. Oh, we kick someone out, maybe? Now, I'm not positive if I'm going to... Yeah, I think so. We're going to connect that there. I'm not positive what we're going to do on there over in this area. This is the first initial idea, was just having this little hill town here. So we're going to hold off on building any more roads. We'll get to this next milestone and think about what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is bump up the electric to meet our demands. As you can see, you can go past 100%. You can go up to 150 if you need to. It just costs you more per week, where if you have the money, then you go ahead and install new towers and stuff. So we've got some commercial demand. We'll go ahead and add that. As you can see, the point of the game is to kind of balance all of your demands. You don't want to add too much commercial at a time. You don't want to add too much residential at a time. You want to balance everything out just right. We still don't have any traffic problems. We've got an abandoned building. Our first abandoned building. Trust me, folks, there will be many. No problem. You just hit square. You get out that bulldozer. Smash it down. Something else will move in there. Abandoned buildings happen because, A, there's not enough workers. There's not enough customers. It's just a part of the game. This is what it is. It's managing an entire city. And that's the joy of it. So, coming off the river, we will move this water pumping station eventually. Coming off the river, I think we're going to expand a residential this way for now. Go ahead and close this in, because we've clearly decided we're going to keep all that. So this is going to be more of a densely packed housing area, where this, as you can see, I left kind of open, but more plumbing problems. And I think it's the electric is the problem. So let's bump up the electricity. We'll bump up the water, but I don't think that's a problem. We can go to our info views, scroll up to the top. You can see electrical consumption's 28, electrical production's 24. You can also see Our sewage treatment is not getting enough electric, and that is what our problem is. However, we've reached a worthy village. We now have a new tile of land to purchase. We also have, we can unlock new features. We can unlock districts, policies. We can take out a second loan. When you're implementing policies throughout your city, you can do them citywide or you can do them just for one district. And what I mean by policies is, right now we have power usage, water usage, and smoke detectors. We can distribute smoke detectors to everyone in the city, which I always do. Very advisable. It does cost a little bit of money. We can also limit the power and water usage at every single city in the building. Or you can just do them for a particular zone. We can implement police and fire. We can also make forestry and agricultural specialization for industries. And we're going to go ahead and do that in this top right-hand corner that I'll show you in a second. We can make certain areas or the whole city self-sufficient buildings. You can make a special commercial zone of only organic and local produce. So a little farmer's market, or a big farmer's market if you want. We've got a firehouse and a police station. So we'll go back to the episode. So our problem is we're not getting enough electric down here. So let me see. Looks like everything's fixed itself. Okay. Not exactly sure what was happening, but we'll ignore it because it's not a problem right now. Now, back to the episode. We unlocked police. We unlocked police. We unlocked fire. So in the standard DLC, or in the standard gameplay, no DLC, as well as with all of them, we'll dezone this. As well with all of the games, you only have a few options for police departments and fire. No matter what DLCs, you only start off with these. So this is the standard police station, and we will go ahead and put this next to this neighborhood over here. And I think we're going to put it here, and we will put the firehouse right across the street. And I think that will be what goes on this little, you know, what connects the neighborhood to the main street is Firehouse Way and Police Station Way. For the rest of this area over back here, we are going to add more residential. And that'll close out the hills area. So as you're coming in on a little boat, just on the water, we'll eliminate all of these towers eventually, once we connect down to this down here. That's what you see. You see on a little boat, you see just nice little houses sitting up on a hill. Nice little neighborhood. And then we've got this neighborhood that has no view and can't really see anything. But this is Old Town. Now, we've got a lot more residential demand. And I think we need to figure out where we're going to go, how we're going to go, before we proceed with this episode. So we're going to go ahead and zone off all this, because I know we're going to do that. And we need to get some water pipes underneath all this. And this should help our residential demand for right now. Oh. That's what I want to do. Sorry, guys. Move somewhere else. I'm not sure if we're going to... Yeah, what I was thinking is we're going to come down here with a road and get a little bit more coastline covered. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. Now, this is, you can see, quite a dense populated area, where the other one has a little bit more space, and I kind of want to keep more of the areas loosely, not densely populated, but I do want to keep them densely in certain areas. I don't want, sometimes it's very easy to get a city that's just wall-to-wall buildings, and you have huge traffic problems, and it's a huge pain. We need to answer some electric needs, and we need to answer some water problems. So first thing, we're going to add another wind turbine over here. And we'll go ahead and put this up here, I think. And that's all the money that we have right now for wind turbines. That should help us, though. Yep. And we just need some water pipes. And that'll do that zone. We can get them a little bit neater a little bit later. I like to keep them in gridded form, but starting out the game, you kind of don't have options. And you can see we have a little bitty triangle here. where it's overlapped, where this guy doesn't have water. Very simple to take care of. All we're gonna do is that, and that gets him water. Does that? There we go. That gets him water, but you can see just that little bitty area. It's easier, especially with your water pipes, to do everything on a grid. But whenever you're first starting out, you don't have much money, so you kind of do what you can. After this, we will start just gridding this off at a 90-degree angle all around. Now we've got a little residential demand still, and we've got a whole bunch of commercial demand. And I'm not sure if I want to keep this road. That's why I haven't built on it yet. I think we're going to curve it a little bit more. Now, we can take care of the commercial demand. As said, we're going to have everything behind this area as a big park. So, on the intersections, and right there, I'm just going to leave no commercial zoned. We will do all of this commercial zoned. And, of course, we need to run some water pipes over there. Oh, that's not connected. Huh. So, we'll cut that out and reconnect that. Now, we can come here, we'll go 460 over, and we'll go down. And this will start to be our grid. We don't need to build anything here, but that'll start to be our grid. And our next milestone is 1,500 population. We should be able to reach that by the end of this episode. We will cruise through 2 milestones, both Worthy Village and Tiny Town. And in the next milestone, we unlock quite a few things. We need more electric, and I don't want to bump up the budget, but I think we're going to have to. So we'll bump up the budget a little. Bump up the budget. We've got commercial demand. We've got industrial demand. We've got water problems. We need money. Oh, very simple, easy fix. We have a loan from a bank. My apologies. At the last unlock, at the last milestone, we unlocked a Global Credit Inc. loan. So we're going to go ahead and take this loan. It is going to cost 10% interest opposed to 5. And whenever I do anything like this, every time I take a second loan, I like to go ahead and just pay this off. Get that out of the way in case you do reach some trouble where you absolutely have to have a loan. Then you take out the other loan. You still have a $20,000 cushion. We have 20 grand in the bank that we could go get right now if everything went to hell. So we'll add some industry back here. We will add some water pipes. I don't know if that'll take care of everything. We'll see. We are going to, this was the little square I was talking about. We're going to build some farmland up in this area. We're going to make a little bitty farming zone. I want to see how the traffic's doing still. Traffic's all right. We are doing okay. Get some more water pipes in. And we can go ahead and extend this residential demand, or residential zone over to here. And not there, because I think I'm going to connect that road, but we'll go ahead and do that. And this whole area, so this whole residential area will be its own little zone by going R1. You can go to Paint District and pull out this tool. And this tool, let's get straight with the road. So this tool will paint off a district. And this whole neighborhood is going to be Oak Park. We'll probably change that name. But this whole area will be one neighborhood. And then you come down, and once you're off, you can see it's highlighted. It means anything that you touch within this is going to expand the zone. Now, we're off. It's not highlighted. This is going to be a second zone. So for our second neighborhood, let's see what they call it. Drum roll, please. Now for our second little neighborhood, we're going to put all of this in here, and this will get expanded a little bit more soon. But for right now, Thornton Park, this is the hillside area. We'll probably change those names. I'm not positive. Doesn't really bother me, but this is starting to work out pretty nicely. We need to get some more residential area. And I think what we're going to do is come straight down off of this road. and kind of have... yeah, let's go ahead and go like this. So the reason that I'm not... I want to put high residential housing down here, so that whenever you come in on the ocean for goods, because this is where our cargo shipping is going to be, you see high residential housing, and then all of the low residential housing will be back here and here. So I'm kind of don't want to get too close down there, because I want to run this highway. This is the game plan, to make this a highway, run it all the way through to the next tile to the left, put a T-junction here, and run it down, and that will feed the area south of my marker right now, that will be high residentials. But I think we can extend this at least down to here, and that'll work. And we'll connect that there. And this will go back to the straight tool. And the reason we're doing that is kind of this will be the main branch feed, and you don't want your intersections too close. So instead of curving around and making another intersection there, just go straight and make another intersection there. Now we've got a little room to play with, so we'll go to the freeform tool and kind of replicate the hillside here and connect that there. And I think that's probably it. We'll probably put a couple parks in, but for right now we can add some more residential, which is what we need here. Oh, what do we do? Oh, sorry guys. We'll add, and actually, see, they are only built on the one tile. The one, you want houses to fit. You don't want to waste space. So I deleted them. Other people can move in and build. We can zone all of this off, and that should get us to our next milestone, no problem. We have no growth right now. We are turning up the hill. Now, as said, as discussed, we'll have this residential area be Thornton Park, and I'm not positive if we'll zone off the area to the left that we build over here, if it'll be Thornton Park continued, or if it will be a different zone, and this main street will be a Meridian line. We will find out that and much more all in the next episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I release a video. We have now reached Tiny Town milestone. In Tiny Town, in the next episode and the series to come, we have park areas. We're going to build a giant park in this little circle in the middle. We are going to industry zone areas. We are going to build a farming area. We can landscape tool. We can do events policies, park policies. We have leisure. We can build fishing industry. We will cover all of this in this Let's Play series. If you've never played the game, or if you're just looking for creative ideas, join us here next time. And next episode, we will cover parks and recreation. These are all the new policies that you can implement. We will cover a few of these: garbage recycling, night tours. We've got new roads. We've got a bunch of park paths. We can actually implement a giant park in the next one, and that's probably the main focus of the next episode. But hey, maybe I'll change my mind. We'll see. We can install canals. We can make a canal town off of these river systems. We've got park fences, and we've got new buildings. We got a high school, a public library. We've got parks we can put down now. We've got all kinds of parks. So much fun to happen in the next few episodes. We're going to pause this here. Come back and join us next time. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is CCSC at New Washington, D.C. We'll just save it right